Hey there, hi there, Zane here, Madman with the show. Thank you for tuning in because I tell you, that's the support we need. When you're clicking on that video, you're clicking your support for this video, whether you like it or not. You're supporting the channel, and that's important. Hit that like, hit that. Especially those of you who just click on the video. Why haven't you subscribed? I do appreciate you clicking on the video, but you should subscribe. At least you know when another episode comes on there because we don't get too much support from YouTube. Sometimes they don't like what we talk about. You know, and we try to talk about a lot of things here. I mean, there's some crazy things in the news that's going on, and we're going to push that aside. We're still here in house. I mean, when we recorded this is day one of phase one in New York City. Everyone's starting to go back to work. I have my friends, family members. They're starting to go back to work, which is a good thing, and I'm glad. We're starting to ease out of this insanity. But we're going to bring you some more other types of insanity on here and bring you an update on the Mandalorian TV series. Now, we've heard a lot of stories in there. Timothy Olyphant, we're hearing Boba Fett, Cobb Vanth, Ahsoka Tano, Bo-Katan. We're hearing a lot of stories coming out, shaping up season 2. I mean, how much of season 2 is going to be in there, all these characters, we don't know yet. We won't know until October. And according to Dave Filoni, we're on target. Everything's on target for October release. I mean, right now, I guess they're in post. Editing and special effects, editing the show, everything's on there. Everything that they were supposed to do, even though they've already starting to lift the ban on productions, the productions are starting to ramp up again. So, we're starting to hear the next seasons are going into action here, including The Mandalorian. I mean, we're hearing stories about season 3 already. Could you believe this? Already we're hearing season 3. We're not even at season 2. And it's shaping up to add more storyline on there. Now, this is one of those things, Kathleen Kennedy has no hands on it. This is Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. Me, myself, I don't like her. Not personally, but I don't like her in her handling, the way Star Wars has been going. The last 3 movies have been horrible on there. I think the last really good movie was Rogue One, really. I mean, that was really, really good. But you have the TV series that's done by Clone Wars last season. Excellent. Really excellent. And I agree, that should be put up on a big movie screen as soon as the movie theaters, or put it in the drive-in. Drive-ins are making a comeback. Put it in there. I mean, it is those last couple of episodes, I think it was awesome. I think it was really, really awesome. But now what we are hearing, we know the situation with the Baby Yoda, and here we go with spoilers a bit, folks. If you haven't finished off Mandalorian Season 1, I'm going to be going into a bunch of spoilers. Basically, we know the Baby Yoda, he's sort of a force wielder or force-driven, or however you want to call it, force-sensitive, however you want to call it. And basically, it's setting the case where Ahsoka Tano and Captain Rex show up in the next season. I mean, this is one plus thing that you want to see this. You really, really, truly want to see this, and you're wondering what would be part of the role of this. Now, from the sources that have been saying the same thing with all these characters that are showing up, they're saying the same thing over on this part of the story, is that season 3 is going to be sort of more driven to the Jedi. And what I mean, and you may say, shake your head and like, oh my God, is Kathleen Kennedy going to do season 3? Is she going to ruin this? No, I think what it is that and hear me out on this. I may be wrong, but I may be right. Let's give the benefit of the doubt on this because the series has worked out so far. Pedro Pascal's Din Djarin is supposedly going to be force sensitive, okay? And from what we understand from the information, is that Ahsoka Tano's in season 3 is going to be sort of training him or teaching him the ways of the force. So I mean, we know of the dark saber situation going on with the Moth. Um, is this where we're setting up a lightsaber battle between the dark saber and a Jedi? Well, I don't know if he'll become a Jedi Knight. Remember, the last Jedi Knight. Actually, let me refresh myself. There's only been one Mandalorian ever to be a Jedi Knight, and you know that from the story from Star Wars Rebels on there. And Bo-Katan received the Darksaber to lead her people. So somehow that story has to come in where she lost it. How the Moth got it, we don't know that yet. We know he has it. But is this leading up to where we may get a new Mandalorian Jedi Knight? This will be very interesting. Since the Jedi Order is gone, what is it going to become? I mean, this series is supposed to be between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. Somewhere in between, like Aftermath is in there. So where we stand is what's going on. I mean, is Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni clearly opening up to redo since the movies were a failure, the storyline was a failure? Are we rebooting that section on there? Like we're erasing those Force Awakens to the last movie, the Rise of Skywalker. Are we erasing those movies? I mean, that could be a possibility. It could be. I mean, it would. We have to see how this is. This is going to have to play out for 2 seasons to see where they're going with this series. And if they're going with this and changing the storyline, I think that Dave and John are the 2 best guys to handle this, better than Kathleen, because she's just really ruined the Star Wars universe. And I think Dave and John could resurrect this series. I mean, this is going to be very interesting as we go forward. Especially that, Ahsoka Tano is one of my favorite characters. I tell you, hands down, I love her character. It basically, she left the Order. What has she become? Has she saved Ezra Bridger? I mean, we're even hearing that they may do a Thrawn series. I mean, is this Thrawn series going to include Ezra? I mean, we're hearing all these stories that are coming out. I mean, we're going to discuss that in another episode down the line as I get more information. I'm putting together. There's so many stories we're putting together, especially in the Star Wars universe. But it's going to be interesting how this is going to go. So we're going to hang in there, see what else comes up on season 3. I mean, season 2 is several months away. Right now we're in the summer, going into the summer. We're going to have to wait until the fall to see what will happen on this, but we'll probably get more information as soon as a trailer, more of a longer trailer is put out. And hey, we're hoping for the best on this because it is going to be shaping up to be a good season 2. Could season 3 be even better than the first 2 seasons? It's a possibility, or it could be worse. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt on this time around because of who's involved. If you tell me Kathleen Kennedy is fully in charge on this than John and Dave, then I'll be more cringier. But John and Dave, they have control of this. They've done shows together before. They've handled it. You've seen it. Clone Wars, Rebels. I mean, Resurrection, whatever. Resistance, not too great. But, these 2 series shows what they can do. As they say, fully equipped, as they call, all weapons fully charged, everything up, they go forward. I encourage you to see the behind the scenes on there. They have on the Disney Plus site, they have a behind the scenes of the Mandalorian and all that. And you're hearing from all the directors on there that are part of this. And this season we're getting, Robert Rodriguez to direct. I don't know how many episodes, but he's going to be directing at least one of the episodes this season. So it's going to be very interesting on that as well. So comment below, tell me, what do you think? Do you think we're going in the wrong direction on this for season 3? Or do you think we're going in the right? Do you think they're trying to resurrect the Star Wars universe this way, rebuild it? and make it better than it was before, than the atrocious garbage of the last 3 movies have been. You know, maybe they reshape this. Maybe they'd be able to bring back Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill. Because, you know, Mark Hamill, he doesn't want nothing of this anymore. Maybe they'll bring him back in. Maybe we'll get to see him in The Mandalorian. That would be interesting. I would like, you know, you out there, get on those sites. Tell them, Mark Hamill, season 3 or 4. You know, let's see if we can get him in range on that. So don't forget, subscribe, hit that like. If you can, there is a way to support the show. It's in the description below, if you can. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye now.